Hey guys, Bob here. So, it is the dawn of E3. We have shit ton of new news already running, coming through. Even though it doesn't even technically start till tomorrow, and I believe it ends on Thursday. I don't know. Um, so yeah, this morning Microsoft had their press conference. Then a few hours later, one line feels like half an hour ago, EA ended um their uh their their press conference, and we're almost ready to start Ubisoft's. But I decided, I'm gonna share my post viewing thoughts of both the Microsoft press conference and the fucking coke and EA's press conference, and I have to say they both really surprised me. I was very surprised by what they decided to show. Um, you know, last week, well, not even last week, when Microsoft unveiled the Xbox One, they promised, you know what, the unveiling we did focus on a lot of its multimedia, capability, Blu-ray, live TV, things like that, and then they promised to show off purely games at E3, and I think it's very safe to say that a lot of us were skeptical. Sure, they'll show new games, but they probably it'll probably be Call of Duty, Final Halo. We'll probably get way more Connect, and really we got a lot of games, and I was very surprised by that. Granted, you know, a lot of it was just sequels. We saw we saw Dead Rising 3, which I will say did surprise me. I did not expect that being an exclusive to Xbox One. Sadly, we saw a new game from Insomniac Games. I can't remember what it was called. It looks interesting. We didn't see any gameplay of it though, sadly, so I can't say for sure. We saw like something something Brotherhood. I'm guessing that was a little indie title. They decided to show off, just to say, hey, we aren't ignoring you indie guys, despite them, self-publishing everything from them. They showed off Minecraft again for Xbox One. They didn't show off, anything, but I had to take a wild guess and say that Minecraft for Xbox One will be a lot more closer to its PC and Mac counterpart, because while the Xbox 360 version is very popular, I it's come to my attention that it's significantly smaller than its PC counterpart. So I have to say that the Xbox One version will be bigger. We saw a glimpse at a new Halo game. At first, I called it Halo 5. However, there was never a 5 on it. 343 Studios just came out and said, "Hey, we have a new Halo game coming out for you," but they never explicitly said Halo 5. So we don't know. We got a glimpse of Cortana's little chip, so it has to take place after Halo 4, but we don't know if it's gonna pull like Halo ODST, where it took place between 2 and 3. We don't know. I will say that reveal was very exciting. We always saw, it was a desert, and we saw a cloaked figure. I kind of was, expecting a brand new IP, maybe this one's very far fetched, but I did sort of consider, a heavily redesigned Journey. But then, of course, we see a giant monster pop out, and then we see Master Chief's hand, and then like the giant, robot monster, roared, and the figure's cloak, blew off, and of course, it was Master Chief. Very exciting to see that. Very cool to see Dead Rising 3. Dead Rising 3 looks fantastic. They are really pushing. They that really demonstrated what Xbox One can do. It's a huge open world. No load times. Just like there was like seas of zombies you saw in the trailer. Well, the nice thing was it was a gameplay trailer as well. Um, and then we saw, some very well-established things. They smartly kicked off with Metal Gear 5. I know a lot of people are very, 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 very disappointed at the recent reveal that Kiefer Sutherland is playing Big Boss in this game. And I have to say, I'm welcoming it. It was very weird to hear, his voice in that trailer, but it's still very cool. We saw some gameplay. It looks like there's like no HUD at all. The graphics looks amazing for what it is. I'm excited to see what the PC version can do. I'm excited to see what the PS4 version will do. But my main problem with the Microsoft thing was none of it really made me want to buy an Xbox One. What they had to do for a lot of gamers after the recent review, recent revelations that came out from Microsoft saying it has to go online every 24 hours, effectively being some sort of a DRM. You don't completely own your games. You're buying a license to play that game, basically. You're only allowed to trade in your games at specific retailers. I'm guessing, Walmart, Best Buy, almost certainly GameStop. Even though GameStop's stock recently took a dive, they'd be absolutely stupid not to offer it at GameStop. GameStop is still a huge force. GameStop, you know what? Jim Sterling really said it best about GameStop's current position right now. But the thing is, Microsoft really didn't give me or anyone else a reason to really want to go out and buy an Xbox One the day it comes out. There is still huge problems with its DRM, its used games policy. It's even the damn game ownership policy right now is very, very stupid and fucked up. But I will say I am glad that they did show off games. They did spend a little too much time, showing Smart Glass and what it can do. Other than what I stated, there wasn't a whole lot. We saw Crytek's new game Rise. It's like some kind of like Viking combat game, but there was like way too many QTEs for me, quick time events for you non-initiated. That wasn't too interesting for me. Forza 5. I will say that was a very, 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 very beautiful car they showed off on stage. But other than that, I don't really care much for Forza. I do have to commend them for resisting showing off Kinect games. The past couple of years, ever since on the Kinect reveal, Microsoft has really been just putting any jokes for its very staged and very goofy, goofy in a bad way, Kinect presentations. Now is so. If I had to give them a score, I'd give them a B plus. They showed up just enough of everything, to make me interested. Metal Gear 5 looks amazing. Dead Rising 3 looks very, very, very promising. Sadly, most of us won't get to play it. Yeah, this is very good. Normally that would be an A minus, but they didn't give us a reason to buy the damn console. They didn't give us a reason to look past its very, very stupid DRM, and that's really all. In the beginning they showed off some Xbox 360 stuff. Another redesign is coming out, modeled after the Xbox One, sort of. Now they're pulling kind of a PS Plus kind of move here, where every month, if you're a Xbox Live Gold member, every month leading up to the release of Xbox One, which is like 6 months from now, no, 5 months from now, you'll receive 2 free games each month. The ones coming up pretty soon are Assassin's Creed 2, and Halo 3. Older titles, but it's still nice to get free games from them. since we're all paying fucking $60. They revealed the release window and the release price of the Xbox 360, not 360, Xbox One, which is coming out sometime in November for $500. Surprisingly, they did not say if there'd be different models. You know, when the 360 came out, you got the basic, which was like 20 gigs, and then you get the Pro, which is like I think like 60 gigs, and those differed in price. Like I think the basic was like 300 or like 400, whereas the Pro was like 400, 500 right there. So that was very surprising to see. Hey, they certainly could have, you know, announced like 1 terabyte um console. You know, probably expensive as shit, but still. So yeah, Microsoft, you guys did great. Sadly, not enough to make me want to buy your console. And then EA was after that, and EA was very surprising. I was very, very pleased with EA. I had to backtrack from EA a little bit 'cause when I tuned in, they were just showing off the Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. Um, they they showed off Garden Warfare. That was that was a very weird game. Only EA could turn a very simplified home defense strategy game like Plants vs Zombies into a third person shooter. I will say that they did make it look very fun. I do want to play it if it comes out for the right price. Hopefully they aren't stupid and release the game you know at a full, you know, like $60-$50, not even $40, maybe $20. Then they PopCap announced that Peggle 2 is coming out, and then they just ran off stage. They showed off a lot of EA Sports things, and while I'm not interested in a lot of EA Sports games myself, they are really taking advantage of the next gen technology. FIFA looks fantastic. The NBA game looked kind of interesting. I do, you know, occasionally play, you know, FIFA, Madden, and you know, NBA 2K. So I'm guessing they got the license, you know, to make NBA games again. I don't know, but hopefully they improve the graphics engines for those games. I'm sick of playing NBA games and, you know, playing as the Jazz. You know, the Jazz is my home team. You know, obviously I'm going to choose them or the Celtics. That's just a given. And Gordon Hayward, he's a very handsome boy. Man, fucking tall as shit. Very friendly. So I like taking control of his character. He's a very good character. But every time I shoot a basket, and, you know, in a little highlight, you see him, and he looks like some damn Michael Gunn and deformed goblin. So hopefully they improve the graphics engine for the EA Sports titles. They showed. They know how to make fans cream their pants. They at one point, you know, they decided to show off Frostbite 3 engine games. So they started off with, like, you know, a snow setting, and then out of nowhere you see a giant foot, and then you realize, oh my god, it's gonna at Fade to Black, Star Wars Battlefront, and like, holy yeah. I was so damn excited. That was very great fan service right there. Battlefield 4 looks fantastic. Seeing as I may switch over to PC gaming, it was very cool to see, you know, full 32 against 32 player multiplayer right there. That was very cool to see that. And who else did EA announce? EA announced. I had a list on my phone. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. One moment. I need to find it. It's in my note somewhere. One moment. This is why I hate recording on YouTube. You know. God damn it. Oh, the new UFC game looks very cool. I'm a casual viewer of UFC. You know, I'm not a big fan of it, but I'll still watch it. It's a hell of a lot more interesting to watch than WWE. I fucking hate WWE. It's very, it's too theatrical for me. It's too fake for me. Which, when you take into account that real wrestling is boring as hell, you understand why they had to fake it and put like a bunch of theatrics in there. But UFC, it's very fun when you just want to watch nothing but testosterone-filled sports. Because UFC fighters, they take a lot of beating. They get fucking like punched in the head. They fucking bleed a lot. Hey, let's fight again. They have dudes like twisting their arms. They have dudes fucking kicking them in the face. Whereas like football players, they stub their toe. Hey, I'm out for the rest of the season. Yeah. I'm not my dog. Hold on. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know how I forgot about this. They showed up Dragon Age 3. I am a huge fan of the original Dragon Age. I love Dragon Age Origins. But sadly, I'm very skeptical of Dragon Age 3. Dragon Age 2 is a huge disappointment. They decided to forget everything else that made Dragon Age so fun and instead opted to really improve the console combat system. But I didn't mind the combat system not too much. The very grand scope of the original story was very fun, and Dragon Age 3 doesn't, all they showed off as a preview, um, they showed off Morrigan again. She's back, so maybe that signifies that they're going back to its origins. No, it's a joke. Fuck you guys. Let's see. Oh, and then they ended up the show by basically telling us, "Hey guys, we're listening to you now. We're still greedy as hell. We're more than likely going to restrict huge game sales on Xbox One. But hey, we have some pretty fun games that you guys want." And the end of the show with Mirror's Edge 2. I've never played Mirror's Edge, but I know it's a fan favorite. I know it's a cult classic of this current generation. And no, and Peter Moore said, "Hey, we listen to you guys. Here you go." And my favorite bit of that, Mirror's Edge coming out when it's ready. Um, yeah, very cool. Oh my God, how did I forget this? The Microsoft press conference showed off Dark Souls Dark Souls 2, which is by far my game of the show right now. Um, I love the first Dark Souls. It was such a good game. And Dark Souls 2 looks just so cool. Hopefully, it's not too easy. Let's be honest here. Dark Souls wasn't even that hard in the first place. It's a game that really requires your patience. But other than that, it's a relatively easy game. So yeah, I think Ubisoft is about ready to start showing off start their press conference. So I'm gonna leave you guys, and I'm gonna make another video, and especially my thoughts on Ubisoft's press conference and then Sony's. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.